all Americans, little old Provincetown holds a deep appeal. For it was here on November 21st, 1620, that the weary pilgrims dropped anchor from the Mayflower after 66 days at sea and wondered as they stared across the flats at the hills and dunelands what might lie in store. They made their landing, maps show us, on Cape Cod's tip, shaped like the fist of a flexed arm. No tower, no building greeted them, nothing but gnarled and wind-tossed trees and miles of poverty grass, while they planted the seed of democracy on this spot. Commemorating the event is the Pilgrim Monument, a lofty tower that commands the busy fishing port, a tribute in lasting granite to a tremendous moment in American history. They are remembered, too, in these graves, for one of the Pilgrims' number was buried at sea, while 4 others found their final resting place in Provincetown. Here they lie, while their spirit continues the dramatic chapter begun with this history-making landing. No, this fellow in homespun breeches is not bound for a costume party. He's Provincetown's town crier, a reminder of the old days when news and notices were cried about town. Provincetown honors the tradition by which we recapture the past. As he clangs his bell, walking past houses colorful with flower gardens, some of them planted with soil, brought as ballast in sailing vessels, let us follow him down the narrow 4-mile street. Provincetown's women keep their own tradition, that of Monday wash day, handed down by the Pilgrims. Saturday the Pilgrims landed. Sunday they rejoiced and prayed. Monday the women folk washed. Our people went on shore, their record reads, to refresh themselves, and our women to do the washing. You would never think, would you, that so simple a function as Monday's wash day would boast its own special tradition? Happy wash day, lady. To the Pilgrims, Provincetown's dunelands spell privation, but to painters it bespeaks the picturesque. Discovered by artists 40 years ago, now it is Cape Cod's largest art colony. Everywhere easels rise from sandy floor. Artists sketch wind-blown models or capture the varied moods of the sea. What opportunities this old town affords the painter, with its weathering hulks, its docked trawlers, its colorful wharf. Here truly is a paradise for the artist, to whom every old jetty, every changing whim of the sea, is by turn an invitation and a challenge. Provincetown's rank as an art colony is due considerably to the late Charles W. Hawthorne, whose dynamic personality influenced the painters he taught and still dominates the art schools that carry on his teachings. Here we see an art group from the Henry Henry School. Pictures in real life become portraits on canvas, and where marshland bites the dunes, American art history is in the making. But let us not forget that Provincetown is essentially a village of sturdy fisher folk. Toilers of the sea, they have their hands full in the harbor. For between catches, their nets must be fixed so the fish won't slip through the torn meshes. And like the housewife, a fisherman's work is never done. Before sunup, the fisher folks' workday starts. But there is usually a bit of time for play, and what could be livelier than the gay chamarita, a native dance from Portugal? Three-fourths of the 4,000 year-round residents of Provincetown are Portuguese, descendants of hardy seafaring ancestors who served on Yankee whalers and settled here because of the living to be made from fishing. You can hear Portuguese spoken by the oldsters on the main street or on the wharf. They have retained, while becoming good Americans, some of their old customs, as is evident by watching them dance their chamarita in native costume. Men who have known the loneliness, the danger of being adrift in dories in a wild sea with their mothership lost in the fog, and women who have anxiously watched through thick weather for the return of their loved ones, now join hands. No thoughts now of big catches and market prices of mackerel as these simple fishermen swing their ladies on this wharf strewn with drying nets. It looks like one of our own square dances. And now they change partners again. The chamarita, a bit of the old world in a land eloquent with tradition, a land where the very ground is hallowed with memories. The painter paints, the Portuguese fish and dance, each in a setting of unspoiled simplicity. It is here we recapture the inspiration of a noble heritage begun 3 centuries ago by our forefathers of liberty.